Your brain doesn't just feel calmer, specific internal signals actually get louder, pushing a biological stop button on overthinking, literally tuning down the frantic chatter that keeps you from peace. This isn't just a sensation, it's a precise molecular re-engineering happening inside your most complex organ. We are about to uncover how certain compounds in nature can physically strengthen your brain's inhibitory pathways, making that persistent internal dialogue quiet down, not through suppression, but through genuine biological balance. You are going to understand the precise cellular mechanism that makes your overthinking quiet down, boosting your natural peace. Have you ever felt caught in a relentless cycle of mental buzzing, where your thoughts race even when there's no immediate threat, like an engine stuck at high idle? That constant hum of worry, that inability to simply switch off and rest. It's an experience so many of us recognize, but what if I told you there's a natural way to subtly adjust that internal volume? This isn't about numbing your mind, it's about introducing biological conductors that orchestrate a more harmonious internal environment. Meet Passiflora incarnata, more commonly known as passionflower, a botanical marvel whose delicate blossoms hide a profound secret for your nervous system. For centuries, indigenous cultures used passionflower to soothe restlessness and promote a sense of calm. Its reputation spread through traditional medicine systems, celebrated for its gentle yet effective support during times of stress. But the real magic, the part that makes a food scientist absolutely giddy, lies in what happens when its unique compounds begin their dance within your body. Imagine your brain as an incredibly intricate orchestra. Sometimes the brass section, your excitatory neurons, gets a little too enthusiastic, playing too loudly, too often, drowning out the other instruments. What passionflower does is akin to introducing a subtle, masterful conductor who encourages the string section, your inhibitory neurons, to play with greater clarity and depth, restoring balance to the entire ensemble. One study, conducted by Mirodi et al. And published in 2013, meticulously reviewed passionflower's traditional uses and pharmacological activities, confirming its long-standing anecdotal evidence for anxiolytic effects and pointing toward its multifaceted interaction with the central nervous system. This research, among others, laid the groundwork, showing us that passionflower works, but it only hinted at the profound how. And that how is where the real revelation awaits. This is where the story gets truly fascinating, where we pull back the curtain on your brain's actual off switch at the molecular level. For too long, you might have felt like your racing thoughts were an inevitable part of your design, an uncontrollable current. But passionflower shows us a different truth. The central player in your brain's calming symphony is a neurotransmitter called GABA, gamma-aminobutyric acid. Think of GABA as your brain's primary inhibitory messenger. Its job is to tell neurons to slow down, to take a break, to not fire. Before passionflower enters the scene, in a state of high anxiety or overthinking, your brain might have a healthy amount of excitatory chatter, but perhaps not enough powerful stop signals to balance it out. It's like having a busy highway with plenty of cars, but not quite enough traffic cops to manage the flow effectively. Now, here's the biological breakthrough. Passionflower contains a potent array of bioactive compounds, particularly flavonoids like chrysin and vitexin. These aren't just pretty plant pigments. They are master keys for your brain's calm architecture. When these flavonoids arrive, they don't just float around, they seek out very specific targets. They bind to sites on what are known as GABA-A receptors, the very gates through which GABA exerts its calming influence. And here's the kicker. They bind to a site on these receptors that is allosteric, meaning they don't block GABA, but they subtly change the shape of the receptor. This structural tweak has a monumental effect. It makes the GABA-A receptor more sensitive and more efficient when your brain's natural GABA binds to it. Imagine your GABA-A receptor is a finely tuned lock. Before passion flower, GABA might turn the key, but the lock mechanism is a little stiff, opening only briefly. But when chrysin or vitexin from passion flower bind to their allosteric site, they act like a biological lubricant, ensuring that when GABA turns the key, the lock not only opens more easily, but stays open longer. This longer opening allows more chloride ions, negatively charged particles, to flow into the neuron. This influx of negative charge makes the neuron hyperpolarized, meaning it becomes much less likely to fire an electrical impulse. It literally calms the cell down. This isn't some vague, relaxing effect. This is a precise molecular shutdown of neural excitability. Think of it like this: your internal world is a concert hall, and sometimes the applause, neural activity, can get a bit overwhelming. GABA is the usher asking everyone to quiet down. What passion flower does is hand that usher a megaphone, making their calming request resonate far more powerfully throughout the hall. The result? A physical reduction in neural firing, a dampening of those runaway signals that fuel overthinking and restlessness. This isn't a blanket sedation, it's a targeted enhancement of your brain's natural ability to achieve stillness. A crucial study by Appel et al., published in 2011, delved deep into this mechanism, demonstrating how specific flavone compounds from Passiflora incarnata act as allosteric modulators of GABA-A receptors, leading to significant anxiolytic effects without inducing sedation or cognitive impairment. This is your brain physically becoming more skilled at finding its off switch, all thanks to a humble flowering plant. You are literally boosting your brain's capacity for calm. Now that you understand this incredible biological orchestration, how can you actively engage this hidden switch within your own system? Here are 3 concrete ways to put this knowledge into practice, each designed to specifically leverage passion flower's unique interaction with your GABAergic system. Firstly, consider a simple dried herb infusion for gentle, consistent support. To effectively bolster your brain's calming signals, aim for 1 to 2 grams of dried passion flower aerial parts. Steep these in 1 cup of freshly boiled water for a full 10 minutes. This allows the heat to extract those crucial flavonoids that modulate your GABA-A receptors. Drink this infusion 2 to 3 times daily, ideally after a mentally demanding afternoon, or about 1 hour before you intend to wind down for the evening. The expected biological result? A subtle yet sustained enhancement of GABA activity, helping to prevent the accumulation of excitatory signals that often lead to evening overthinking, thereby preparing your brain for restful stillness. Secondly, for more targeted and potent modulation, explore a standardized passion flower extract. These extracts are formulated to deliver a consistent dose of the active compounds. Look for products standardized to contain at least 2% flavonoids. A typical effective dosage ranges from 200 to 400 milligrams, taken once or twice daily. This approach is particularly useful before a known stressful event or to manage persistent tension where a more robust signal is needed for your GABA-A receptors. For instance, taking 200 milligrams in the morning and another 200 milligrams in the late afternoon. The precise biological benefit here is a more concentrated and predictable delivery of those allosteric modulators, ensuring a more powerful and reliable fine-tuning of your neural dimmer switch. This helps to keep your nervous system in a state of controlled equilibrium throughout the day. And thirdly, consider synergistic combinations for a broader, more robust calming effect. Passion flower pairs exquisitely with other natural nervines that operate on complementary pathways. For instance, combining it with lemon balm, Melissa officinalis, can provide additional support, as lemon balm contains compounds that inhibit GABA transaminase, an enzyme responsible for breaking down GABA. This means your brain's natural calming messenger stays active for longer. It's like having more conductors and also giving them more time on stage. Or consider chamomile, Matricaria recutita, which offers its own array of flavonoids that interact with specific benzodiazepine receptors on the GABA-A complex. A beneficial combination could be 500 milligrams of passion flower extract combined with 200 milligrams of lemon balm extract, taken together about 90 minutes before bedtime. The expected biological outcome of this synergy is a multi-pronged enhancement of your entire GABAergic system, leading to a profound reduction in neural excitability and a deeper, more restorative state of natural peace. What you've just unlocked isn't just knowledge about a plant, it's a profound re-understanding of your own internal landscape. You are not merely a person who sometimes feels overwhelmed by thoughts. You are an incredibly sophisticated biological system, endowed with precise molecular off-switches that you can thoughtfully and effectively influence. You now see that the incessant mental chatter isn't an unchangeable flaw in your being, but rather a set of signals that can be gently, yet powerfully recalibrated. You hold the conceptual key to strengthening your brain's natural capacity for stillness, for balance, for that quiet space within. This insight is truly empowering, transforming how you perceive your body's potential for natural calm. The understanding you've just gained about your brain's internal off-switch is more than just fascinating science. It's a profound insight into your own capacity for calm, a blueprint for reclaiming your inner quiet. There's a universe of biological wonders waiting to be decoded within you, and we are just getting started.